sold our FIUs. Really, we're basically done our ledger for January. The only thing now that we could do is construction, and I can use this number to kind of guide me. All right, and yeah, since that's a pretty decent chunk of change, I might decide, okay, I want to build some autos. Maybe I want to stay a little bit in each industry. Maybe I want to focus all on agriculture. That's really up to you. Um, you will need to calculate the cost yourself. So if I did 2 auto factories for agriculture, we go and we look at the construction cost for an auto factory in agriculture, 25,000 each. So I'm going to multiply that by 2. That's going to be $50,000. And my cash went down. Maybe I buy some gold. That's going to be a whole nother ball game. I'll save that for another video. All right, so then you enter your construction. And maybe I'll save that for another video too, because these are the base. Construction is a pretty basic one. I'll do construction. So in January, I have my construction. Construction. All right, so with construction, you hopefully know and remember that when you build it and it's not on the pre-start plan, you have to wait for it to be complete. And these autos aren't going to be complete for 6 months. So we do count the month we start as January. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months. And then we would finally receive it in July. So because I don't actually receive the asset yet, I'm actually going to put this construction cost into an accounts receivable. All right, accounts receivable are these future asset accounts. So under our assets, we either have numbers starting with 1, those are current assets, or numbers starting with 4, those are future assets. And since my 2 auto factories aren't going to be done or complete for 6 months, I'm not going to say that they're my assets yet. They're future assets. It's accounts receivable. But I am gaining it, so I should actually debit this because I'm gaining this future asset. All right, so I go up by 50,000. And where did that money come from? That's my debit. That's the destination, but our credits are source. Well, we paid cash for it. All right, so we credit our cash for 50,000. All right, and that's it for my construction. Yeah, all that's potentially left, and honestly, we're on a roll. Why don't we just cover everything that there is to cover from the summary sheet anyways. Let's cover our gold. All right, so maybe I did say, all right, I got enough money, I want to buy gold. I don't necessarily encourage this in the first month in January. Probably focus on more construction if you can, or maybe paying off your loan if you can. But if you did decide to go the gold route early, all right, maybe I'm putting 5,000 in gold. This 2,500 is what I'm going to earn in the next month. So I don't have it yet, but it is going to appear in the next month, in February. So gold, still January. All right, we'll call this our buying gold or gold in January. So I'm going to first receive some gold. There's a category for it in the order of 5,000. And since it's an asset, starting with number 1, I debit it when I gain it. All right, so I got my gold and I paid for it in cash. So I credit my cash account 5,000. So I'm just turning cash into gold essentially. But chronologically, I would get the gold first and then I would pay for it. All right. Then here's where that number below comes into play. This is actually going to, in the future, be turned into more gold or more cash. So what I want to do is throw this $250. Actually, I would do that in the next month. So I'll make a separate video that'll highlight gold, which is one of the more complicated ledger accounts, as well as taxes and any other extra tidbits for you. All right, so that's it. Really, once you got this done, we can kind of just help ourselves out. Oops. And set ourselves up for the next month. Maybe we won't copy January, but maybe we copy all of this. All right. And if you don't like dragging like I'm struggling with right now, one way that you can select a large group of text is select something in the top left corner of it, scroll to the bottom of what we want to do. So maybe I go all the way to my cash, and then you're going to hold shift first. So click shift and hold shift, and then click the other bottom right corner. And now I can copy and paste this. And I would just call that all February. One little annoying bit is you're going to have to go and you're going to have to change this to 2. And then you can copy and paste it below. Then you got your February, copy and paste below. But still, everything's set up and ready to go for me in February now. And it's going to go a lot faster than typing it all in. Just going to go through our debits and our credits. All right, I hope you found that useful. Important things to keep in mind. Make sure your ledger's balanced. Double check your, I have negative RMUs. Well, that's an issue for another day. That probably means that I forgot to record my RMUs that I got for commerce at the beginning. I did. But apparently I sold more than I had. You should never have a negative asset. So I had 600 for, may as well just give you a little tidbit. If you do run into an issue with something negative here, go into ledger filter, look at these commerce ones. Oh, it already was there for me. RMUs commerce. Why are we negative? Well, I started with 600. Then I converted 1200. Oh, so somehow when I bought my RMUs, I didn't record them in the right account. So if I go to when I bought my commerce RMUs, I called them agriculture. Problem solved. Now they are the correct commerce. And now I have these leftover commerce and no leftover agriculture like it said I had a second ago, which is in agreement with my summary sheet for February. I have 3 RMUs left for commerce, none for agriculture, and no FIUs left over. So my FIUs are 0. All right, shows you how much gold you have, your accounts receivable, which is going to be your construction or potentially your gold retained earnings, your gold interest in later months. All right, then you got all your assets that you've built, all your factories and warehouses, how much loan you have left. All right, how much money you've made, retained earnings, probably from FIU sales, maybe a little bit from gold, and then all your expenses. So keep track of these numbers. Everything wants to be positive or 0, except for your account starting with 3, and preferably the losses. All right, that's it for today's video. I hope that you were able to follow along and learn something. We'll make an advanced video for some of the trickier calculations and recordings later. All right, enjoy.